Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. We're your hosts, Dominick Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
Went the wrong way, but that's
There we
okay.
go.
We are your local guys.
I'll figure it out one of these days, Drew. Only four takes to get to this point, and I was just commenting on how professional we were getting. But clearly, we still have a lot to learn in this game. But it's a fun one. I'm enjoying it. I hope everyone out there listening is enjoying it too. It's nice to bring a little bit of Ocean City to the masses. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely.
Dude, we had a pretty fun adventure today in our pre-show meeting, to say the least. Fasy, I think, is now an honorary member of East Coast Falcons. I'm 100% sure.
We were sitting on the back porch, and I caught something fly by out of the corner of my eye, and it was Chicky. Chicky is a peregrine falcon, a young peregrine falcon, who was doing some duty up on the boardwalk and was getting harassed by crows, and flew off the boardwalk and ended up in my yard. And beautiful bird.
Yeah, it is. You have to send me the picture you posted on your Instagram so I can put it up on our social media. If you're not following us on Instagram, check us out. You can find us there. I believe our handle is the OCN, or the local OCNJ.
So I thought it was Dom and some other dude.
No, that's not it. That's not it. I cleaned that all up. I'm trying to streamline this process here. Like I said, new to the game, lot to learn. Making some strides though.
Well, thank God for you, Dom, because I'd be sending up smoke signals if it wasn't for you, buddy.
Hey, maybe you could get into the messenger pigeon game now that you're an honorary Falcon guy.
I think Chicky would take that pigeon right out.
That bird was big, and
beautiful bird.
Most people don't know this. I'm contemplated this since I've met Drew Fasy, to get him a membership to USA Track and Field, because I swear he is the fastest, we'll say over 40 person that I know on the East Coast, hands down. He was flying. Like, this bird took off and Drew was within steps of it. He could have reached out and grabbed its talon.
You should have seen me when I was younger, man. I could fly.
Man.
Can't throw, as we all know, but I can run and I can catch.
You know what I was thinking, man? We had our first little workout for our local football team here. That's how Drew and I met through coaching.
The Ocean City Junior Raiders.
That's right. The squad looked pretty good, man. I was impressed with how they moved the blocking sled today on day one here.
Yeah.
It's funny because last year when they were just playing Pee Wee, they couldn't move it at all. And, today they're coming out and they're lifting it up off the ground. I was like, oh, man, this is not what I expected. So
experience goes a long way. Most of the kids on this team are in year 3. And the difference between, year 1 and year 3 is really pretty remarkable. And good group of kids. We have a good group of kids.
We do, man. They're great kids. It was
really
fun.
Buying into what we're trying to teach them.
Yeah, it was fun to be out there. And,
it was fun. I had to fill in as steady QB at the end, and it was ugly, Dom.
Yes, it was.
It was ugly.
I didn't see any of it, but I already know it was ugly just because I've seen you throw a football.
I've never been a quarterback, but man, I think my skills are deteriorating. What skills I had are deteriorating.
Listen, your skills may be deteriorating. Your speed, I think, is increasing as you age. It's remarkable how fast this man is.
It's all relative, buddy.
So, but no, man.
It was fun tonight. Hot, but fun.
Yeah, definitely. It's hot, man. It's hot. But guess what? 53 days till Labor Day. 53 days.
We're down to 53. The countdown's 53. Wow.
Yeah, man. The next episode, there's a chance we could be in the 40s. That's scary.
Yeah.
This summer is flying by.
It is, as always. Always.
Last summer, I feel like July went pretty slow. I think there were 5 weeks in July last summer. This year, there's 5 weeks in August.
So, you always say that 4th of July kicks off the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like when we hit night in Venice, and it's night in Venice, by the way, it's not nights in Venice, it's night in Venice. When we hit night in Venice.
Now, did your native friends tell you it's night in Venice?
Yeah, I heard that from natives. I did.
Okay. Just making sure.
I was corrected by natives.
True.
Once night in Venice hits, it's like a quick. The summer just like goes. It's gone. We start football like
the week,
August, the next week, right?
Yeah.
Kids start going back to school. My son's going to Colorado State. We take him on August 14th. That's only, I don't know.
It's a month away.
Yeah, it's a month away.
4 weeks away.
Yeah, and a lot of kids start leaving, and it just seems like once you hit night in Venice, the summer just slips away really quickly. Now that's the the tourist summer. As you know, if you live here, September is the greatest month on the planet ever of all time.
True.
Yeah, I know. True. It doesn't matter. We can tell everybody we want, but families have school. Their kids are playing soccer at home. They're playing
football. There's obligations.
There's obligations. They would love to be down here in September, but they just can't be here. And what's greater, Dom? Tell me, what is greater than a random summer day on a Wednesday in September where the beaches are just, it's just beautiful blue sky and the water's warm. It's the warmest it's been all summer. And there's, I won't say no one on the beach, but it's certainly not crowded, and it's open, and there's nothing better than that. You get a beach day the third weekend in September. Beautiful.
Yeah, I remember last year we didn't even really get warm water in the ocean until I think October.
Yeah, it was late September, October. Yeah, the water in October it was beautiful.
Yeah, I remember being out there barebacking, feeling like I was a young kid again.
I don't even want to know what that means from you.
Bareback. So for us non-surfers, bareback means you go with like no wetsuit. When the water's a little bit colder.
Gotcha.
So nothing bad there, Drew. Just some surfer lingo. You're so howdy, you don't even know you're howdy.
Yeah, that's good stuff. September, October.
Yeah.
Even sometimes in November, you'll get, sometimes you get that warm water, and you get a nice mid 70s day in October, or low 70s day in November, and man, you're on the beach.
Oh, 100%.
Good stuff.
The only thing really that kind of, I'd say a downside to that time of year is that a lot of the local shops that we have known to come to love, and everyone has come to love that comes to Ocean City, are starting to shut down.
Yeah.
That's
because all the employees go home, right?
All the employees go home. It's just not as busy anymore. They might be just the weekends.
They're tired. The retailers are tired.
Yeah. Right? It's hard.
A long summer.
There's something to be said, like, oh man, these people only work in the summer, but you're working every single day.
Long hours.
Yeah. No time off.
Yeah. And as a PS, I want to get back to one of our previous episodes. So I was up on the boardwalk on Saturday night, and it was beautiful. It was prototypical Ocean City Saturday night on the boardwalk. It was family strolling the boardwalk. It was people leisurely shopping and on the rides and eating pizza and funnel cake and all ice cream, and there was kids, and they were just having fun, and teenagers just walking the boardwalk and boys checking out girls and girls checking out boys, but none of the nonsense. None of the nonsense. It was beautiful.
Well,
So that hopefully that garbage is behind us, and I give the mayor, the city council, the police chief, the public PW, public works, give them all a ton of credit for taking back our Ocean City. It was beautiful up there. It was. I don't get up on the boardwalk much. I'm one of those guys who stays away from the crowds of the boardwalk during the summer. But I happen to be up there, and we're going to talk about why I was up there. But I was up there, and it was beautiful. It was like
that's good to hear.
The boardwalk of my childhood.
Awesome.
I didn't see anybody.
So everybody was in like suits and ties, and the women were carrying umbrellas, and there were rolling chairs like that.
Yeah,
time frame.
The top hats, and no, I didn't see anybody putting the dollar bill up through the boards, and then when someone would lean down to get it, you tear it away.
Oh, that was the best trick.
That was the best trick.
Yeah. That was the best. And then you get that person to come and step on it, and you'd be like, "Oh man, it got me." So
good stuff.
It's crazy though, because I'm glad to hear that the boardwalk is back to the boardwalk that everybody is known to come and love, come to know and love. There, sorry, that little
and enjoy. It's enjoyable. It was really enjoyable.
Well, let's hope that it stays this way, and that we can start to maybe relax some of these curfews. People can start getting their backpacks back and various other things. So that we don't have to, kind of walk on eggshells. Let's put it that way, moving forward. So, as we were saying though, even especially on the boardwalk now, that season is getting shorter and shorter. When you get into that September, leading into Columbus Day, it really goes down to just weekends. And, a lot of local merchants have decided, hey, this isn't for me anymore. I'm done. Last summer, the Surf Cafe closed. Love that place.
Mm-hmm.
Chef Mike and his family, always super welcoming, great breakfast, great food. Just recently, Red's Jersey Mex announced their closing. Another staple here in Ocean City. On the boardwalk, Henry's Jewelers.
Oldest continuous business on the boardwalk.
Wow. Yeah. Did not know that. That's something to say. Oldest continuous business on the boardwalk. I'm
a wealth of worthless knowledge. As you know, Dom.
Well, Ocean City, the landscape has changed. And, there was one business that closed last year that has left a big void here in Ocean City. And that is Voltaco's.
We are in mourning.
Yes.
One of us even more than the other.
True. There's been quite a few times this summer where my son and I have both said, we wish that we could have Voltaco's right now. I was driving in my car and I saw Joe going for a walk the other day, and I had to stick my head out the window and be like, "We miss you. Come back."
There's a handful of iconic Ocean City businesses that are no longer with us, and Voltaco's is one of them. Campbell's Seafood, I think, would certainly be one, right?
Yeah.
Tori's Ice Cream down on 32nd Street would probably be one. There's several, but Voltaco's is it's hard to replace. And that was a great store.
True. I would say it's irreplaceable.
I'd have to agree.
It was magical. It was a magical kitchen, magical place.
Like there's that word again, Dom. If anybody knows my buddy Dom talks about Voltaco's cheesesteak. How do you order them, Dom?
So I would always get them originally, just order it because it's a massive cheesesteak, and I used to bartend in Atlantic City, and my one buddy's like, "You got to get extra meat, extra cheese." I'm like, "Are you serious? This thing is huge." So probably about 3 years before they closed, I bought one into work on Sunday with extra meat, extra cheese, and there was no going back after that. It was like
What's
it's
good?
undescribable. It's
Just what's good.
undescribable.
Add more of what's good.
Yes, it was
Extra meat, extra cheese.
gluttony to the max, and it was
It
amazing.
was not amazing.
It was fucking magical, Drew.
It was magical.
It was magical.
It was magical.
And
Voltaco's cheesesteaks were magical.
So we felt that we needed to go on a hunt for the best cheesesteak strictly in Ocean City now that Voltaco's is no longer around. I mean,
and clearly, as you said, it's irreplaceable. So we're not trying to.
True. You could go there. You could get a large cheesesteak, extra meat, extra cheese, with fried onions, and it'd be as big as your arm. It would be a whole Atlantic City sub roll, busting out of the seams with meat, cheese, like 2 whole onions chopped and fried on top, and
fried goodness.
It was amazing. It was heaven on earth. Like, if I came home with that, my kids were so happy. My wife, she was not happy. She's like, "You are going to smell like Voltacos for days. No, get out of here." But you had to do it. My arteries, they probably didn't like it very much either.
So, like a junkie, we have to go after our next fix.
Yeah, we have to figure it out. We have to find it. So, that's kind of the delay in production here, as we've been
gorging ourselves
on cheesesteaks all throughout the island here, trying to find one that is as magical, trying to find our replacement.
So I have to confess, generally speaking, I don't eat lunch. I just don't. I might snack or nosh on something, but generally speaking, I don't eat lunch. Today, I had to go down to 34th Street. So I wanted to try, on our list was the Old Time Burger.
The new place.
The new place, yes.
Down there on the corner.
Yeah, across 34th Street from Randazzo's and catty corner from the old Blitz's, which is now becoming, I believe, 2 miniature golf courses in one. And I hadn't been there yet, heard good things about it. So I went and I had a cheesesteak for lunch. Dom and I met up on my back porch, and on the way to my house, just a couple hours later, Dom stopped at Boyer's and brought cheesesteaks over. So I had 2 full cheesesteaks today. More calories than I would eat in any 3 days, I think. But, you have to do what you have to do to put a good podcast on the air for our millions of viewers.
And you got to be fair. You got to be fair.
Yeah.
When you're talking about cheesesteaks, you got to be. This is a serious topic here. This is a very, we kind of went lighthearted last time. This may be a best of, but this is serious business here.
So
true, and I in full disclosure, I could eat that large cheesesteak with extra meat, extra cheese, all by myself in one sitting, because it was that good.
God bless you, buddy.
Well,
God bless you.
He did. A lot of me to love at this point, Drew.
So full disclosure, we
tried as many as we could.
Yes, and I think that's 7 or 8, right?
Yeah, there are some out there that we know are good and have been recommended to us. And if we didn't get there to you to try, we do apologize. We'll put you on our hit list, and we'll stop by, sometime, and we'll update here as we go along.
We'll get there in the next 53 days.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And we will give you your shout out as well too. So Drew, let's start to where you stopped by today. Old Time Burger down on the corner of 34th and Asbury. How was it there? What's the scene like? It's brand new, just opened this summer. I've seen some good things about it on social media. I myself have not been there. But tell us a
Never
little
been
bit
in
more.
there before. I was lucky. They have a 15-minute parking spot right out front, pulled right
Oh, that's
in.
sweet. That's nice.
It is sweet. It is sweet. Right in. Couple, high school or college kids behind the counter. Very nice. The place is nice. It's clean. I even use the men's room. Nice, clean. That's big. Ordered, and it wasn't real crowded. It was I forget what time it was, but it wasn't lunchtime, so it was a little maybe later than lunch, so it wasn't real crowded. Order came out real quick, and it was good. It was good. I'll give it one thumbs up.
One thumbs up.
One thumbs up.
So
I was a little disappointed with, I have to say, so when we're breaking down these cheesesteaks, I think you have a couple elements that you have to consider. One is the bread, one is the taste of the meat, one is the abundance of the meat, and one is the cheese. Right? Any other? That's kind of the basics, right?
I think that's fair across all establishments that make cheesesteaks.
So I have to say I was a little disappointed with the bread. It was bland.
Okay.
Cheese was almost non-existent. That was the negative. The positive was the meat was very good and very tasty. Ooh. and abundant.
Nice.
So
abundance is a good thing.
Yeah, abundance,
especially when it comes to meat on a cheesesteak.
Absolutely. So that's why I give it a one thumbs up. It was good. Would I eat it again? Absolutely. Would it be my go-to? Absolutely not.
No.
But the place is very nice, and it was good. It was good.
Excellent. One of the ones I checked out down in that area, and we'll stay down in that kind of I don't know what you call it, central, kind of the gateway to the south end down there on 34th Street. On 28th and Asbury, you have Kessel's Corner.
Another icon in Ocean City. That's one of the ones that they're open still, obviously, but that's an icon.
I believe they're year round too. Are they?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
No, I don't think they are.
No. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It's a big deal when Kessel's opens.
Really?
Yeah.
They have ice cream. They've got it all there.
Awesome milkshakes. Milkshakes.
Great staff.
Good burgers.
Yeah. Good food. This is my second time going there. I can't say I make it down that far too often. Well, I never had a reason to because Voltaco's was open. So why go more than 2 blocks past my house? That's where the magic's happening, and that's where you got to go.
I used to live on 32nd Street. We used to walk off the beach to Kessel's.
There you go.
A couple times a week, really.
Yeah. So picked up
at least once a week.
Picked up a cheesesteak, and got in cash only at Kessel's. Just so you know, cash only. Make sure you bring your cash. Super nice working at the counter. Girl working at the counter. Super nice. Took good care of me. They were super busy. Line out the door.
As always.
Rolled up to take out window outside. Food was ready. Got it to me. Got home. And first look at it like, all right, abundance of meat, abundance of cheese. I like fried onions on my cheesesteak. They look great as well, too. Biggest downfall was they're not using Atlantic City sub roll. To me, if you're in this area and you're not using, A Rando or Formica bread, what are you doing? Come on, man. Come on. It's the best bread possibly in the world. It's 10 miles away. Get it in your shop. Outside of that, though, everything else was, spectacular. So I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up, 100%. The meat was delicious. The cheese was abundant. Everything else was tasty. If I was in that area again, or I'm down in that area and I'm hungry, That's my go-to, 100% Kessel's Corner. It might even be worth an additional trip down there, you know. But is it Voltaco's? I can't say it's magical. It is delicious, and I will definitely go back there again, 100%.
So, you went to Saka Subs and Express as well, right?
I did go to Sacco Subs. That was actually the first place I went.
So I didn't, but Sacco's is kind of one of my they're open year round. They're one of my go-to places on a yearly basis, year round basis. Same with Express, but Express has new owners. So I always liked Express, and I like their pizza too. But why don't you cover Sacco's and Express?
Sure. Sacco's, they do it old school. They do half and whole. So
Right.
I went with the whole.
Of course you did.
Whole. Went extra meat, extra cheese, 100%. Very happy it came out on an Atlantic City sub roll. Super pumped about that. What I don't like is if I'm getting a whole cheesesteak, I want it like Voltaco's. I want the whole damn roll. Don't cut a roll in half and give me two halves. Give me the whole freaking roll. I'm a large man. I can eat. I'm an adult. I can eat a whole damn roll. Give me the whole roll. I feel like when they do that, you're missing out a little bit on the middle somewhere. You're not getting that whole. You're getting two halves that definitely weren't a whole at one point. So I was a little upset about that. Abundance of meat, abundance of cheese, fried onions were good. I did find the meat to be a little dry. It wasn't that juicy goodness that you used to get around the corner at Voltaco's. So I'm going to give them 1 thumbs up. Go back. I definitely go back in the wintertime. Check it out. For sure. They're on 9th and Asbury, or in between 9th and 10th on Asbury. So check them out. I haven't had their pizza here. That's really good, though. So,
and very nice family. Great people at Sacco's. Yeah.
The other thing, too, is when you get extra meat, extra cheese, there should be no space on, as far as I'm concerned, there should be no space on that roll where there is no meat or cheese. And the very corners of the cheesesteak, there was no meat. I'm like, in Voltaco's, this would be, you have a whole cheesesteak in that little corner from
Right.
almost anywhere other place. So, I was a little disappointed in that as well, too. But definitely 1 thumbs up. Definitely would go back and check it out again.
And
Express.
So, again, new ownership. Just opened within the last, I don't know, couple weeks or month.
Couple weeks, yeah.
Reopened, that is.
Mike Fitzpatrick, I believe it is, that opened it. He had a Bakeria 110 over in Linwood, which he was known for his square pizza. He originally rose to fame as the Pizza Jew, doing pop-up pizza.
Now, I'm hearing that's not necessarily true. I heard that was a rumor.
No, that's who it is.
Is it?
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, he took it over.
Well, he didn't.
He took over the kitchen.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. He took over the kitchen. If you want to share some more inside information here, Drew, feel free to go ahead.
Well, rumor has it that the Heist and Monahan families, who are related by marriage, joined forces and purchased the business. And
are those natives coming together?
They are natives. Yes, they're
old-time natives.
Old-time natives. Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, it's illegal in Ocean City for a native to join forces with a local, but that's a different.
That's true.
Different episode. I heard that rumor that
we're in trouble. We are in trouble.
I'm trying to move on past it. I heard the rumor that the Pizza Jew. And that's his name, not ours, by the way.
Yeah, that's what he goes by. That's what he goes by.
Yeah. I heard that rumor, but then I heard that rumor was not accurate. That guy is not in Express.
No, he at least took over the kitchen from what I've heard. That's what I've seen on Express's social media and stuff from that. So I don't know if he's the owner. I don't know if the Heist and the Monahan families, you know, are kind of the money behind the scenes here, or what the deal is. You never know. I will say this for the cheesesteak. It was very similar to the way it used to be back, with the previous owners. It was good. Again, I'd probably give it 1.5 thumbs up. I wouldn't go full 2 thumbs up. It could have been a little cheesier. Honestly, I can't remember if they switched over to Atlantic City sub bread. I think they might have. I know in the past they didn't have Atlantic City sub bread.
That's right.
There. So definitely good cheesesteak, definitely good working out. We did get the pizza again, with that cornmeal bottom. That was delicious. Super good there, but that's for another topic. Let me see. I can check my phone. I know I took a picture of it here. Let me see. Did we go? Did they switch to AC sub roll? I feel like they did.
That was always, that's fairly close to my house. It's on Battersea Road, just west of East Atlantic.
Down there in the gardens.
Down there in the gardens. And so it was close.
Yes, they did switch to Atlantic City sub rolls.
Okay. I know that's big for you. I know that's big.
Yes.
So 1.5, you're giving it a 1.5 thumbs?
1.5. Abundance of meat. Could have been a little cheesier. Fried onions were okay, but a little more cheese and you're at the 2-star. Maybe go extra cheese. 2 thumbs up. Sorry, not 2-star. You're at 2 thumbs up. Maybe order extra cheese. That would be my suggestion to you. But definitely check it out. Good to have Express back. It's always good.
Very good to have Express back. Glad they're back, and
especially because when a lot of things close, they turn into more houses. They don't go back into businesses. So it's good to see something come back.
And I'm hoping that they're open year round.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
that would be really nice. I don't know. Mikey has this. Mikey, I call him Mikey. I don't know. I don't know the guy. I never met him in my life. Don't think we have that relationship.
I thought you used to play hoops with him or something.
No, Mike. I know he has another place up in Philly that he's doing pretty well with. So I don't know how he's splitting his time. I will say service could have been a little better. There were a lot of people in there, and when I showed up to the counter, I had like 3 people just staring at me, like they didn't know what to do. Now, granted, they did just open.
They
are trying to figure it out.
And I'm sure they're getting a big crowd because people are happy that they reopened.
Yes, I was very surprised I could even get in, to be honest with you, because the previous 2 or 3 days they had sold out.
Yeah. So, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
So get in if you want to, if you can.
So, as I mentioned earlier, I was up on the world famous Ocean City Boardwalk on Saturday night. And I went up there to go to the promenade to get a cheesesteak. Specifically went up there to go to the promenade. Now, as you know, Dom, the promenade is owned and operated by the Saluda family. Awesome people. Two of the
agree.
Yeah, great people. The 2 sons, Gianluca and Roy, played football for us for the Ocean City Junior Raiders. The parents, Roy and Rose, I mean, you just don't get better, more down to earth, nicer people. Roy's my boy. I mean, they're just great people. So
I saw Roy today on the way to your house, actually.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that. Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, Flying Hawaiian. He's a good man.
Yeah.
So I try to get up there as much as I can, and stop in and say hello, but also have something to eat. So I went for a cheesesteak, and young Roy, or Roy as they call him, Baby Roy, works in the cheesesteak place, along with another kid who my son was friends with and I coached, Zach Mursky, and Zach cooked me up a cheesesteak, and let me tell you something, 2 thumbs up all the way. It was it was pretty darn good, Dom. Everything. So from what I understand, Roy bakes all the bread and makes the pizza dough for all of their restaurants in there. There's what, eight or 10 restaurants in there.
There's quite a few in there.
There's quite a few. I don't remember exactly how many. They have gyro and they have pizza and they have really good burgers. The burgers are awesome.
Pizza, gyro, up front, steaks. I think there's like 6 or 7.
Mexican fare. There's Anyway,
pierogies.
Pierogies. Right.
There's appliables in the back too. They just redid the upstairs. There's like a family fun center up there now too.
And there's seating overlooking the ocean as well in the front.
Up top. Yeah. It's a nice spot, man.
It is a nice spot. Plus there's seating, downstairs. But anyway, which is where I ate. It was fantastic. I mean, the roll was great. The meat was plentiful and tasty. The cheese, everything about that. It was a double thumbs up all the way. I believe you told me I got a shout out to my boy Zach Mursky for cooking that up for me. He did a great job.
I believe you said it took you all the way back to South Philly. That's
if I closed my eyes, I would have felt like I was standing on the sidewalk in front of Ralph's having a cheesesteak in South Philly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That good.
Yeah, you're making me want to ride my bike up there right now. It's literally 6 blocks away. I could be there in 3 minutes, Drew.
Yeah.
And I'm a cheesesteak behind you. I'm a cheesesteak down today.
You are.
I only had one. Another place I checked out was Mario's on.
I forgot about Mario's.
I believe it's on Bay and Sunset. It's on the corner of Sunset and Bay, right across from the 14th Street Park in that area. They changed. You got some new owners a couple years ago. They made a lot of updates to the building, a lot of updates to the menu. I suggest ordering online if you're going to order from Mario's. You can do that right there. You're going to wait a while if you order from Mario's. They're incredibly busy because their food is good.
And there's not much else in the area either.
No, there's
kind of like Kessel's. They're and Express. There's not a whole lot else in the area.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going on the boardwalk or you're not in that, on the avenue, there's really not a lot going on food wise. So Mario's, I'm gonna have to go. We got 2 different kind of cheesesteaks. Mario's is pretty cool. When you order online, you can pretty much almost customize your cheesesteak, which was cool. They have a lot of different roll options. You could get it on like a Kaiser roll, like you're at Donkey's in Camden.
Yeah,
if you wanted to go there. Obviously, I went with the long Atlantic City sub roll, of course. Because that to me is the, it's like the peanut butter and jelly. You got to go there. My wife ordered the long seeded roll. And I'll tell you what, Drew, the long seated roll was 2 thumbs up all the way.
That's the way I would go.
Yeah, it was. I believe it looked like it was Formica bread. It was awesome. It was 2 thumbs up. I'm kind of excited to go back and get it again. She did get extra cheese on that one. They have some different cheese options like Cooper Sharp, Swiss, Provolone, no American, no Whiz, but she went extra Cooper Sharp, and it did not disappoint. Not disappoint.
Sounds good.
So 2 thumbs up for Mario's. Check them out. Order online. Order early. We ordered at 5:00, and I don't think we could pick up till like 6:30. But that's just what it was. When she was there, they were like, "You can come pick up at 9:00," and people are like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Look at me. I got tickets. My whole window is tickets everywhere." Right. And, when you got online orders, they're just coming. My wife went, and she still had to wait a little bit because it took that long. So order early, order often. Mario's, I think it's like 14th and Sunset. I believe it's the VFW is across the street, right? In that area, or is it the American Legion? I'm not sure.
It's the VFW,
and the VFW
and the 14th Street Playground.
Yeah, right there. Check that spot out. So,
last but not least, certainly not least.
Oh, definitely not least.
Was it wasn't top of mind.
No,
we didn't talk about it until today.
Yes.
Kind of when we were talking, it popped into my head, and I was, and again, it's an Ocean City icon.
100%.
One of those places that's been around for a long time, and I've never heard anything negative about anything
No.
about from this place. It's always positive. The owners are really nice. It's a small. So where we're talking about is Boyers Market. They have two locations. They have the Asbury Avenue store, which I think is 13th Street, 13th and Asbury, right?
Yeah, between 13th and 14th on
Between
Asbury.
13th and 14th, and that's open. Not all year anymore, but
pretty close.
Yeah, 8 or 10 months at least, right? And then they took over the 55th Street location, 55th
From Blitz's
and Haven, yes.
Okay.
But that's seasonal. So
yeah, well, it's the South End.
Yeah, it's South End. The South End is seasonal, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Strathmere North.
So we didn't, when we were thinking about and talking about cheesesteaks, we hadn't included Boyers in the list.
Not at all.
No.
And then you mentioned it today, like, Dom, what about Boyers? And I'm like, oh man, like, it's a butcher. Like, why? What are we doing, Drew?
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
That could be a sleeper, right?
And
so I had already had one. So you said I'm going to get one, and
you said pick me up one. I was like,
I did.
All right.
I said, grab me one. I'll have another. And I think they ended up top of the heap for both of us, right?
Yes.
They were the best cheesesteak. Now, for me, just slightly above the Promenade, I have to say, because the Promenade was really, really good. Really good. But Boyers was exceptional.
Yeah, and I'll say the same as far as like Kessel's Corner and Mario's goes, just slightly above those. I haven't gone to the Promenade. Ironically, I've spent my kids are good friends with their kids up there. Ironically, I've never gotten a cheesesteak. I'm usually too busy chasing my kids around, just trying to get them out of there. Like, hey guys, it's 9:30. Like, let's go home.
Right.
But now I'm going to go up there and get a cheesesteak probably today. But
yeah, Boyers, everything about it was two thumbs up.
Atlantic City sub roll, abundance of meat, abundance of cheese,
very flavorful.
Yes,
tasty meat.
Yes, 100%. You could tell
flavor to it.
Great flavor. Fried onions were delicious as well too. Tons of awesome stuff on there. So I'm excited to go back to Boyers. They also have great chicken. The penny vodka there is pretty good too.
They have great everything. Again, I mean,
yes, it was difficult to walk.
Butcher shop. They've prepared food. They've groceries. Their party trays are fantastic. I'm sure they're getting ready to bring in their trailer that they park out in front for Night in Venice. They do. I can't even imagine how much business they do in party trays and platters for Night in Venice. It's sick.
I can only imagine. But yeah, it was very hard to walk past that prepared food counter and not get anything.
Yeah. Everything always looks good in there.
I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then, sitting on the deck, first bite, we were both like, oh man, this is it.
Yeah.
Now, did it reach magical status? Unfortunately, no, it did not.
Well,
but as we've said all along,
shooting for the stars.
As you said all along, it's irreplaceable.
It is.
It's irreplaceable.
And one more thing, I don't even know if I mentioned this to you, Dom. One of the owners of Boyers, Gail Ping, also known as Ma Ping. I grew up in Cheltenham, which is just north and east of the city of Philadelphia, Montgomery County. And Gail Ping grew up about a block and a half away from me in Cheltenham,
Wow.
Her and my brother Jay were in the same posse in high school. Gail used to have the house that she grew up in had a very steep, sharp front lawn, and we would spend hours sliding down her front lawn at her house. So I've known Gail my entire life, and here we are in Ocean City raving about her cheesesteaks.
And you didn't tell me this before you went?
I didn't. I
couldn't have got a discount here. Couldn't have got a little inside information here.
No discount. Don't ask for it.
Local guys hook up.
Although, so my son Aiden, when he works at the Deauville as a dockhand during the summer.
That's a rough job, I'm sure.
Yeah, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. But for the Boyers does a lot of parties and party trays and all that kind of stuff around the holidays. So he went and worked for Boyers this past year. And Gail's daughter Jen was our babysitter when Aiden was little. So it's a very, very small world here in Ocean City.
It is. Yeah. But there's no shortage of fun stuff happening. So, for those of you that we didn't get to, we know there's some places out there that have been kicking it forever, that also have good food, also have good cheesesteaks. You got Reddy's, you got Dell's on the boardwalk. There's a couple new guys in the mix too. Chelsea Pizza on Asbury Avenue. 6th Street Pizza, I believe they got cheesesteaks too.
I like their pizza. I haven't had a cheesesteak from 6th Street. Their pizza's very good.
Listen, we'll save that for another day.
Okay.
Pizza is definitely
I know
a hot thing here.
Yeah. I know there's nobody here beating your favorite, in your opinion.
No. Listen, I'm going to keep an open mind. You can't go into any of these best ofs with a closed mind. You got to keep an open mind. Give everybody a fair chance.
Let me say, you mentioned Reddy's, and Reddy's was on our list. I can't go to Reddy's and get a cheesesteak. I would like to, because I have been going to Reddy's since I was in college.
You didn't tell me how many years.
I'll throw it out there. It could be around
4 decades.
41 years this year. I've been ordering the same breakfast for 41 years. It has never changed. It is still as good today as it was 41 years ago. We have a new owner, but it is still the best breakfast in Ocean City. Well, I'm not going to say that. I can't say that, right? Because we're going to go there. But I have been getting that same breakfast for 41 years. I couldn't go in and order something else. I couldn't do it. I can't break that streak. Who would break that streak after 41 years? So Doug, maybe Dom will come in and get your cheesesteak. I can't. You know what I order. I can't.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one 100%.
Yeah. I did want to go in though, because I'm sure it's going to be good at Reddy's, because everything is, right.
Listen, I'm sure there's a lot of other places too that we're leaving off our list here. So if you know of a place and you follow us on social media, leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite place is. Again, it's got to be in Ocean City. Got to be in Ocean City, not Summers Point, not Upper. I hear a lot about Kirk's Pizza in Upper. Doesn't count.
My wife just mentioned that to me today. Kirk's. I said that's 08223,
not in Ocean City,
not 08226.
Tony Beef in Summers Point, not in Ocean City. Drew, I know you haven't made it out there yet. Make it out there. No Atlantic City sub roll. Very good though, all around everywhere else. Got to be in Ocean City to comment. Let us know what you think. Follow us. Check us out on Instagram. We seem to be doing our best there. So we're up on YouTube now too. I'll try and keep Twitter going as well. And for those of you, like I said, that we haven't gotten to yet, we've got 53 days to come find you I do need to let my sodium levels come down a little bit after this past week, because it has been
Seriously.
it has been a good one, to say the least. Before we go though, we didn't give a shout out last time to dog of the day. Who's going to be our dog of the day this week? Do we go with no one's submitted anybody yet?
No.
So
All right. So if I may, we have a listener who is I have a little pocket park that I take my Lulu down to with a couple other half a dozen other dogs, and we have someone who's been listening to us.
No
and
way. God bless him.
Yep, and he has 2 dogs, both Rotties, both Rottweilers, both awesome dogs. But can I do 2, or do I have to narrow it down to
two? That'll make up for the one we missed.
Okay, good. Then I'm going to, because I didn't want to slight one of them, but one of them I really love. I love them both. One of them is Rosie, my girl Rosie, who is nuts. And the other is my girl Lexi. 2 80 or 90 pound Rottweilers. Rots get a bad rap. These 2 couldn't be any sweeter dogs. They're buddies with my dog, and they're just awesome dogs. So Rosie and Lexi are dogs of the day.
All right, well, do me a favor.
I'll send you. I have pictures. I'll send you.
Send me a picture so we can get them out there for dog of the day. We know that our previous dog of the day, Frida, it's gone completely to her head. She is now just not listening to anybody. She is running amok,
demanding extra treats. Yeah,
it's gone straight to her head. So hopefully, Lexi and Rosie will take their fame in stride a little bit better. So, well, everyone, we really appreciate everyone listening, everyone giving us follows, giving us the support, and check out some of these places. Let us know what you think. See if we're steering you in the right direction.
That's right.
And well, until next time. This has been the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. We're your hosts, Dominick Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
Good job, Dom. And we are your local guys. Peace out.
Peace.